Urban stitching. Here's what I'm taking. My yarns, fabric colors, an embroidery hoop and fabric, plain water, brushes, and a pencil. Pick a spot that is, if it's cold outside, of course, inside. If you can have one where you can sit all day undisturbed, it's perfect. Even more perfect if you have a desk on which you can work. I have found a spot and I can directly start with my prep work, which consists of sketches. Those sketches are on plain paper and I'm doing then with my pencil, and the pencil that I'm using is a Faber-Castell 14B, sorry. That is just my personal preference. You can take any pencil or pen that you like to. You can use felt pens, you can use markers, just anything that floats your boat. I'm doing this prep work because I want to do some preparation for my eyes and for my hands, just to get a grasp for what I am dealing with. All about noticing, notice the shapes, notice the surroundings. If you do have the time, also note some of the shadows. I usually do not have the time to do something like this when I know that I'm going to embroider afterwards, because embroidery will take more time than sketching. You can calculate about a double or even 3 times more time for the embroidery than for the sketching itself. I'm doing nothing with this sketch afterwards, just for anybody who come embroidering and from sewing. I'm doing no transfer papers, I'm doing no kind of prick and pound stuff. There's nothing happening here in this direction. It's just for me, for my hands and for my eyes. So I know what I'm dealing with, and as you can see, I'm just wiggling my way around these shapes, trying to construct the motives that I have, the subjects that I have before me. And that is quite necessary if you want to have an at least approximate thing afterwards on your fabric. It is possible that you won't get anything that you have been sketching into your hoop. So, as you can see, I have exchanged the paper for my fabric, and I'm drawing directly on the fabric with the same pencil. There have been no changes whatsoever. And I'm doing this directly without any kind of transfers, because I've done my prep work and I know that I can draw directly on my fabric. So then I can start to embroider, and I'm taking black embroidery floss, and the 6 strands which are there are separated, and I just want one of them. So I'm separating the 6 strands in a way that I can gently twist the thicker part of the yarn and extract the smaller one strand that I would like to have in my needle. You can usually use a needle threader, or if you're having a little bit of expertise, you can do this by hand, and takes a little bit more time, but it's possible as well. And so you can put your fabric into your embroidery hoop. Simple as that. Tighten the fabric with a screw so everything sits not tied inside the hoop. Make your knot into the end of your yarn and start to embroider. I'm using the waist knot method, so the knot is on the upper side. At first, you're using 2 little stitches on a line that is usually not worked on beforehand, 2 back stitches, and then I can cut off this knot like that and start to couch down what I would like to couch down. Couching, a method of embroidery where you have one kind of floss, and you just lay it on the line that you would like to embroider. Then you take a second kind of yarn and then you put it down. Speed is very necessary. You want to embroider and finish the same piece on the spot. And so, just for the demonstration, I'm putting down the thread, and in just for speed, I'm using the same thread, going back and putting it down with the same needle that I've used beforehand. That is a variant which I have never seen anywhere else, and it comes in handy when you have straight lines like here. So this is what I have so far. It's getting warm in here. Pizza time. And as you can see here, I've continued with a girl who is doing the service in box today. I don't know her name. And I thought I wanted to focus on the human factor here. I wanted to focus on the girl. So I've done her in satin stitch. And I've finished my embroidery, so it's possible to do this in a day. This is urban stitching for you. Maybe you want to give it a go. Bye.